Miss Transformers 96 here with another review. This time it is of the Transformers Dark of the Moon Deluxe Soundwave. So here you go. So sadly this figure was canceled in the United States. It was one of like 4 figures that were canceled: Q, Leadfoot, Deluxe, and Human Alliance Soundwave. I did purchase them all. It cost a lot of money because I did purchase them like very close to after when they were canceled. I spent about 200 and I'm gonna say 50 for all 4 of them, and so yeah. So now I am reviewing it. I know it's been a while. So I've had these guys forever, but I am just getting to reviewing them now, and yeah. So here's the Mercedes. Overall, it looks really cool. I really do love his car mode. It looks awesome. You got the Mercedes symbol there, and as well as look at all the detail with the black, I don't know what you'd call that, but with that black texture, it looks awesome. I love that the headlight is clear. The tires look really nice. Just even the detail in the black there looks great. Really do love it. The clear plastic is nice. You can totally like see through it, obviously, and overall it looks very nice. I mean, it's really well done. You got the SLS. There you go, AMG, and no license plate though. Yeah, overall quite spectacular. There's the I don't know, the where you put the gas in. And yeah, overall it looks really nice. I love the car mode. I think it looks awesome. I loved it in the movie, and I love the figure. Here's his weapon. He has, in my opinion, the absolute best MechTech weapon of the Dark of the Moon toy line. I absolutely love it. It's a really nice, cool cannon. And of course he does have one of these kind of cannons in G1, so it is kind of nice to see this. But the way it transforms is so great. It's a cannon, which is clearly a cannon and a gun, and then it transforms into a satellite. And the satellite looks great. I mean, it totally looks like a satellite. Look at that, that's so awesome. Typically with these MechTech weapons, they change just a little bit, and you can't even tell what they were before, and you can't tell what they become. And so this one is so clear in both of them, and it looks just so great in both of them. I absolutely love this. I wish that you could actually just like stop it here. I mean, I'm sure that you could like shove, you know, a piece of paper in here or something and stop it, but I wish that there was just an actual like way that they designed to stop it so it would stay in the satellite. Because overall, that is just so cool. Of course, he does have little places where you can plug the MechTech weapon in, just in these little holes, and they just plug in like this. Overall, it looks pretty cool. You know, you can have like a huge satellite on the top of the car trying to detect Autobots. And then what is nice is of course, when you unplug it, the hole fills in again, which is great. It doesn't leave any gaps. Which is very nice. A little size comparison with the cars. Here he is with the Dark of the Moon Bumblebee and the Dark of the Moon Barricade. Bumblebee is a little bit big. He's bigger than the Mercedes and Soundwave, but as far as the Barricade skinnier, but he is up higher, so they kind of equal out. Overall, Soundwave is a slightly, I'd just say slightly small deluxe figure, but nothing too bad at all. So now on to transformation. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start by just kind of popping this back piece out, and then that'll help separate the roof right here. There we go. And then you can just kind of fold it up like that. Then you're going to want to take these 2 pieces and rotate these out and rotate it out, and then separate it right here. Rotate the whole thing like this, just so you can see it better. Here we go. Just going to want to separate right here and then rotate it out. And then here are his legs. Oops, sorry, right here. And then you're going to want to just rotate down the foot a little bit, and then this panel is on a hinge right here, and it's also on a hinge right here, and there's just a little peg right here which will just go into the hole right here, and it's kind of hard to line it up. There we go. And then you can just have the foot move down. Same thing on this side. You just plug it in, and then you can have the foot down, and then this thing there is like a little place for it, but when you put it in there, it falls out a lot of the time. Sometimes some people's can't even they always just fall out. Mine can like stay put, but there's nothing holding it put. It's just there just by gravity. So yeah. So now we get to the difficult part. This is incredibly annoying. You know, it's I'm like dreading this part of the review. But yeah, so what you're gonna want to do is kind of like rotate these down And then you can have this. Oh, this piece also just like comes up and just goes right over this. So yeah. And then you're gonna want to take. There's like no clearance for anything. Then you're gonna want to take this part right here and rotate it out. This is supposed to be like the front end, but it's gonna act like the front end even though it's not. And then the front piece will rotate down and kind of just go under the head right there. This is so annoying. There we go. You're gonna kind of rotate it like this just to get out of your way. And then these pieces can connect. Just pop in. There you go. And then the arms, just kind of want to straighten out the arms just like this. Straighten out the arms. And then just take these and rotate these back all the way, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, terribly sorry, there is just no clearance here. I wish this back panel can just like pop out or something to give you more room. Here you can kind of angle it like this so that you can get a little bit more room, but you're going to want to have him like this, and you can take it like this. Ugh, such a pain. There we go. And then these can kind of just sit on the back shoulders. The chest piece came out. There you go. And then these just kind of rotate down just like this. Fairly simple. I mean what you're doing is fairly simple. There's just not a whole lot of clearance. So there you go. And then you can just put this back just like right here. Yeah, and I wish that the back whatever this is called, the back just like pieces could move together. Could compress kind of together a little bit more, because it's like a whole shell on his back. And there you have Soundwave in his robot mode. Overall, pretty disappointing in my opinion. I really just think that this is just a not a good look, and I think that it really could have been a lot better. And yeah, it's just a little disappointing. Here, these kind of come up. The wheels in the back there, they don't actually like connect, so you do have to just kind of keep them like this. But overall, here he is. So just to go over the face, I do like the face a lot. It's complete silver, like a chrome face, which looks awesome. You've got the red eyes and and it's just an incredibly accurate face sculpt. I think the body looks cool and everything. He is just like super skinny. I don't know. I mean, the figure himself is just really skinny, which is totally not how Soundwave was in the movie. And then the only piece that gives you the illusion of him looking a bit bulkier is this massive backpack, which just does not look good. Overall, this is a very disappointing figure. I mean, they could have easily compacted this back piece. This little piece could flip up, and then they could have these pieces break apart and kind of collapse together. I mean, they could have definitely compacted it. It's not like the technology wasn't there. It was just that they decided not to. They thought this was good enough. The feet and legs, they look cool, but they're not accurate. If you see it in the movie, and you can see it in the scene where, in Soundwave's death, after Bumblebee shoots him, he kind of like picks him up on his cannon and throws him, and you can see his feet when he does that, and they're totally not like this Human Alliance one. Although the feet look strange in the Human Alliance one, they are the accurate feet. So I will compare him with the Human Alliance one very soon. The arms and everything are pretty cool. I do like these like circles on them. Those are fairly accurate, I think, and they look cool. I do like the Mercedes. You know, the pseudo front piece does look nice and everything, and you can't like see where the other front piece is like right here, so it does hide very well. Overall, he looks kind of bulky up top. His shoulders do look really bulky, which is nice, but just the body itself is not bulky, and although the legs look cool, they are not accurate. So overall, a fairly disappointing figure. He does have the nice gun, which he can hold in his hand, just like this. I think that the gun is just way too big for him, though. I mean, it just doesn't look right. Or you can put it on his shoulder. Right here, there's a little slot that you can plug it in, and it does actually look pretty nice on his shoulder. Let's just give you a little, hold on, there you go. Overall, that looks pretty neat. It would have been cool if you could have it like as a satellite on his shoulder. That would be pretty awesome. But the gun itself is pretty neat. Yet again, you know, I'm going to say again, a great a great weapon here, but the figure itself, it falls a little flat. I'm gonna recommend this one to people that are big fans of Soundwave, or that want a deluxe scale Soundwave for, you know, a certain scene, or just to have him more in scale with Bumblebee and stuff. Although I think the Human Alliance Soundwave is in better scale with the deluxe Bumblebee. I know that sounds a little strange, but when they're side to side, they look really good together. Here's the Human Alliance Soundwave. Of course, although these are strange feet, these are the feet that he had in Dark of the Moon, and just the bulkiness, of course, was captured so much better in the Human Alliance one, and then the deluxe one just falls flat. I mean, both of these figures were canceled in the United States. Unfortunately, the only Soundwave that we got in the United States was the Legion class one, you know, which isn't anything really special. So, unfortunately, if you're a Soundwave fan, you're going to have to spend a little bit. I'm a huge Soundwave fan, so I was more than happy to buy these guys. But definitely recommend going on eBay and purchasing this Human Alliance Soundwave. The deluxe one's a pass. I mean, unless you can get it cheap or you're a big fan of Soundwave, like I've said, you can pass on the deluxe one. For those of you in other countries, definitely, you know, consider yourself lucky. Go out and buy it because you can. But for the United States people, yeah, be a little sparing with the Soundwaves and just get the Human Alliance one. Although this is it's a fairly decent figure, just not very accurate to the movie, as far as he's not bulky, and the legs aren't accurate, and he's got a huge just backpack, which really sucks. The only thing that's good about the backpack is it's clear, so it kind of, you know, it's kind of, to your eye, it's not that noticeable because it's clear, it like goes right through it, so you can see what's like behind him, even with the shell in front of it, which is interesting. So overall, a decent figure, nothing too great, and you know, he's just okay, but with a fantastic weapon. So there you go. So that's my review of the Dark of the Moon Transformers Deluxe Soundwave. So there you go. Thank you for watching.